Hello everyone, it's Alicia. I have been international flight attendant for world's leading airline for over 4 years. I packed for countless ultra long-haul flights, both as a passenger and a crew. And today I want to share with you my top 10 ultra long-haul flight essentials that will make any ultra long-haul flight pass like a breeze. Also, in a couple of days, we are moving to Australia, and that is going to be a very long flight. So I'm already prepared ahead of time. So if you like this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Let's begin. Okay, let's start with absolute essential and absolute must-have when you travel. It's a passport. Obviously, it's self-explanatory. When you go for a flight, you need a passport, regardless whether it's an ultra long-haul flight or a short flight, you need a passport. It seems like it goes without saying, but believe me, there are still people who can packing everything they need and leave the door without a passport. Mine is in this case, which is extremely annoying for all the customs, going through the customs and showing your passport when you are entering the plane. I recommend not to have your passport in the case. The reason why I have mine in the case is because I carry all 3 of our passports, as well as my COVID vaccination certificate. So yeah, I just have all of it in here. Other than this, if you have only one passport, just save yourself a hassle and have it without the case. Another must-have that I always take with me on the flight, especially ultra long-haul flight, you can't go without it, it's empty water bottle. Save yourself from pressing the call bell constantly and calling the poor flight attendants up and down. Just bring your empty water bottle on the plane. Remember to empty it before you go through all the checks and refill it right after you get through the control. I got this one when I was in New York many years ago. I just got into using it only recently. It's not empty now, as you can see, because I'm using it right now. This one is my favorite because it has this strap, so it allows you to carry it on your arm and you can still walk through airport hands-free. Next essential is your toiletry bag, of course, regardless of what you put in your toiletry bags, because that may vary depending on your needs and your skincare routine, as well as your skin type. Make sure that when you are going for ultra long-haul flight, what you bring with you as well is a hand cream. Don't forget your hands. The air in the plane is extremely dry due to lack of humidity and rotation of air, so your hands will be cracking after 14 hours flight if you don't have something to save them from it. So hand cream is a must, as well as a lip balm. That's another must to include in your toiletry bag. The rest is up to your skin type and your current skincare routine. When I talk about skincare, I cannot go for ultra long-haul flight without sheet masks. This is a must for me as well, and I keep them in here. So I have this vitalizing red ginseng essence masks. That is really handy when you want to wake up looking fresh, and all of the other sheet masks that I prepared for this flight in particular, because you know it's gonna be 14 hours flight. Definitely I'm gonna make use of more than one of them. I keep them in here. They all fit nicely. Next thing is what I call a sleeping kit, which is a sleeping mask, socks and earplugs. Yes, I know that all the self-respecting airlines provide this for their passengers in ultra long-haul flights, but I take mine because the mask that is provided in economy class, for example, is very thin. This one I got from the first class and it's like really nice, satiny, doesn't let any light through it. It has this little flap here that blocks more light for you, so it's definitely better. The socks that they provide usually are very thin and they don't provide much warmth. I know because I tried and tested it as a passenger and as a crew, sleeping in the crew rest compartment. So I take those. They are very thick. I got them in Germany. One thing to remember when you are packing the socks for the flight, make sure they are very loose in here, because you don't want anything to be compressing on your legs, especially that you're gonna sit for so many hours. You want something which is loose around your ankles. And the reason why I also take these socks, not only for the warming purposes, it's also because I don't want to put my shoes on anytime I want to just stand up and walk around a little bit or go to the bathroom. So yeah, those are serving a purpose of a shoes or a slippers on the plane. And extra earbuds. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get that on the plane, but just in case I'll have some more. And a scarf. A scarf is a must for me, especially during such a long flight. It serves as a scarf, but as well as a blanket. This one is like really big, so it can be a blanket as well easily. It's really huge. And it can also serve as a pillow. All the airlines provide blankets for ultra-long-haul flights. However, I do not like to use the provided blankets, maybe only to line my seat with it, to sit on it during the flight. The reason why I don't like to use it is because I've seen what they're going through on the flights. As a flight attendant, I witnessed lots of things that is happening during the flight. So I prefer to bring my nice, clean scarf/blanket and just be safe. Our times calls for another necessity. However, I always had it with me even before pandemic, apart from the mask. It's always good to have wet wipes, hand sanitizer. We fly with Emirates. Emirates also provide hand sanitizer for their passengers. And of course a mask, because this is something we need whether we like it or not right now. Obviously we all need toothpaste and a toothbrush. They also give that on ultra-long-haul flights on Emirates, but I prefer to have my own. I use electric toothbrush because I'm wearing Invisalign, so I just want to make sure my teeth are nice and clean. This is actually from the kit that I got while flying with Emirates, so I will use that. I will reuse that as well, and it's all packed nicely in here. Next very important thing is what I called medication kit. I was doing countless amount of ultra-long-haul flights, and I know it's very easy to get sick on the plane. It's get cold, you are tired, it's endless. It's really good to have things just in case. So I have Gripex Hot, which is like a Panadol but hot. You can dissolve it in a hot water and drink it. It soothes you, it helps you sleep, and it fights first symptom of cold and flu. Next thing I have eye drops. I also have a nose spray. This one is more moisturizing because my nose tends to get really dry even at home, let alone the airplane when the air is extremely drying. I have another set of earplugs. I also have anti-bloating tablets because I have lots of food allergies, and even if some things are not bad for me, like gluten is, but other things also sometimes makes me bloat, especially on the plane, so I have those anti-bloating pills, as well as painkiller. Yes, flight attendants do have first aid kit with lots of things in there. However, usually what they will only offer you in cases of having like period pain or a headache will be Panadol. Panadol doesn't really work for me, so if it doesn't work for you, have your own. This is ibuprofen. I also don't recommend it for everyone, it's personal preference, but it's better to have with you what you use, because sometimes you might not get on the plane what you are used to. For example, anti-allergy pills. I mean, they have it too, but specific ones. I always prefer to carry the specific ones that I use and I know works for me. I also have a hair scrunchie. This one doesn't crease my hair, and yeah, I can wrap it all in a bun and land with my hair looking beautiful. Another must-have is a pen. Of course, you can survive ultra-long-haul flight without a pen, but I highly recommend to have one, because most of ultra-long-haul roads, after you land, you have to fill up landing cards, and people don't think about it. They don't have a pen, and then when we are all landing, because those cards are being given right before landing, they're all asking the crew for the pen. They don't have a pen for the whole airplane, and then you end up asking your neighbor, and we don't want to touch other people's pens right now, especially during pandemic. So it's better to bring your own. Trust me, bring your own pen on the plane and you'll thank me later. Last but not least, battery charger and the headphones. I don't have a headphones here because I will not bring mine, but for those of you who don't want to use the one that they provide on the plane, because they have contact with other people's ears and hands, yes, they are sanitized, but I prefer to have my own. And the battery charger, they provide the option to charge your phone in a seat in front of you. However, it happened to me that my charging spot on my flight when I was flying as a passenger was not working, so it's better to be safe than sorry and bring your own battery charger. So those were my top 10 ultra long haul flight essentials. I hope you find this video useful and your flights easier. Lots of blue skies and happy landings to everyone. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.